Right here, I'll tell you. Okay, so Void Titan rundown. Basically, bubble, instacast, super low cooldown, amazing. Sentinel Shield, really good, but has a longer cooldown, and I mean like a really long cooldown. It's like 3 minutes more than the base one. So Ward of Dawn is definitely the better one now by like default. Obviously you have these barricade jumps, and then you have your either you have a shield bash now, or you have the Sentinel basic throws, which throws your shield. Every enemy that gets hit by your shield, by the actual physical shield, not by like an explosion by the shield, you gain a percentage of a shield. For one enemy, it's 25. For two, it's 50, and obviously three, it's 75, and four is 100. So if you have four enemies with one shield throw, you get an overshield, and this goes like in a big AoE around you too. And so anyone who's in that AoE for you will also get the overshield benefit from you. And even if you only hit one enemy, it immediately triggers health regen, like instantly, above the shield. So it's like super good to use just by spamming it whenever you have. The nades, you have every nade. So you have Void Spike, Suppressor, Vortex, Scatter, Magnetic, and then Axion. I definitely think Void Wall is the best, but you could probably use Vortex and Spike. You really want to use something that has long duration because of these aspects. So you have Controlled Demolitionist. Okay, new melee sounds sick. It's super strong. And I mean super strong. Because you don't even have to kill the enemy. You just have to hit them with the enemy. Like, you just have to hit the shield and it procs the regen immediately on you and your teammates around you. So it's like an AoE heal plus shield. It's insanely good. So a strength build would be amazing. Like, downright amazing. If I tried Doomfang, I think that's going to run when I'm getting on my time. I was going to try to run Doomfang, but I'm messing when things around still, so Controlled Demolitionist is just volatile. So any of your abilities that's void can trigger it. So they get obviously volatile when they explode. They changed it so when they explode, it changed to other enemies as well. So if you hit one enemy with volatile, it'll basically clear the entire wave by itself, and it's super strong. And it grants health still, but it doesn't grant you energy anymore, which I understand that. The other aspect is Bastion. This one is extremely powerful, I think. This is the one I just run by default. So whenever you put your shield down, anything that's standing behind it and kind of in front of it, there's like a little weird AoE kind of thing. Does barrier make people volatile? I think so. I'm not actually. I need to test that. I actually haven't done that. I don't think so. I don't think it does, because I don't think it's a void ability, because it's just a basic shield. But whenever you or a teammate are behind it, it gives you basically a rift heal, but with a barrier instead. It doesn't heal health, but it heals as a barrier, like a shield on you. And when you cast it, anyone who's behind you or behind the shield will get a shield as well, like an instant full shield. So here, I'll go to like Cosmic Drum, or easy to show you. And it's a pretty big radius. So if it does, I'm back to Titan main. That would be actually a really good idea. I could probably test it right now. It has a really big AoE. So I'll show you. 1 second. Loading in. Second, I have to like upgrade these weapons. Get rid of them. Here. While we're down here, I'll show you all the abilities. So obviously the shield throw has a weird hitbox or weird throw range, because that's like really big drop. So if you look over here, if I shoot it in a straight line from here to there, it drops off really hard. Like, it has like an arc. So you have to be like careful with aiming it, because it'll like bounce sometimes too. So the shield, anyone who's behind it, if you saw, I just got an instant shield. It's a pretty big radius. It goes like all the way around here. And anyone who's behind you or behind the shield with the initial down of the shield will instantly get the shield as well. Another thing with the shield too is when you walk out of range of it, you have a timer as well now. It starts at 10 seconds, but I increased it to 15 seconds. So for 15 seconds, I have this full shield that I could just run around with now. And that basically is half of my shield already back up. And that's not even a resilience build too. The last one is called Offensive Bulwark, When you're inside, when you have an overshield or when you're inside a Ward of Dawn, your grenades charge faster and your range is farther and damage does more damage. And whenever you kill something with your melee, it extends the duration of your overshield. My 80 resilience isn't looking too bad right now. Yeah, no, resilience sounds good. So a really good combination too to do is Bastion and a Bulwark too. Because since this procs whenever you have an overshield, and this procs whenever you put a barricade down, and this refreshes whenever you have a melee kill, you basically can stack these infinitely basically the entire time. I just like this one because of the explosions, because me like boom. So these three are so good, like super good, like by default. You could combine them in any way and it'll still be good. I just like explosions for ad clear, and I like shield because of shield. The fragments are also really good. This one, whenever you kill something with your ability, they explode. So even more explosions, plus 10 intellect. Whenever you damage an enemy with your grenade, which is a really strong one, which I'm gonna just keep at default. Damaging an enemy with a grenade grants melee energy, which is really good. So obviously, if you want to build like a strength build, this would be really good too. This one is also really good. Whenever you get a melee kill, you get grenade energy, which stacks with this one, obviously. And it stacks with all of these as well. There's this one, which is your lingering grenade effects, like Vortex. They last longer, which is super nice. Like, this is... you need this, basically, if you want to, like, have another thing with it. So this one... whenever you kill something, when you're surrounded by enemies, you get more energy, which is, like... So this is, like, an aggressive one if you really want to be, like, in the fray. This is really good. I haven't tested how much energy it gives you back, but that sounds good still. This one is super strong. Your void grenades weaken enemy, and this is like a debuff, like tractor cannon tether with your grenade. This is a new suppressing grenade, by the way. If you combine this with this one, this one, which makes your grenades last longer, it does so much damage. Just your grenade alone will do so much damage, because it not only does it reproc the weaken, but it procs the explosion, which reprocs itself, and it just keeps chaining and does so much damage. They might fix it or not. I don't know. It does a lot of damage. Another one is void buffs, like invisibility and overshield, have increased duration, which is really nice. You can combine this with the shield ones again, so you even have a longer shield. I think you get shielded 25 seconds if you do it right. So that's really good to like have if you want to build a shield build. Void nades are gonna pop off these days. They are so good. Melee final blows start regeneration. So this is also really good for like healing and like being alive with resilience, because it gives you resilience too. Discipline, as this one, after suppressing a target, you get increased mobility, which is really nice because you could like move super fast, and it reloads your weapons from your reserves, and it's really nice to just like chain with other abilities with this. The last one that we currently have, because the other ones are locked, is when you crouch, you are faster and you have enhanced radar, which is 10 plus mobility and 10 intellect. These ones we don't have yet, but it sounds like these are kind of the same for all the classes. So defeating a target with grenade grants volatile rounds, this one sounds insane, by the way, because if you can clear a whole wave of ad with this, you could just reproc this on like volatile on anything you want, which is insane. With just your gun too. Defeating weakened enemies targets with precision final blows will create orbs of power, which I think this one might be good if you need to like make orbs. Finishers grant invisibility, which this could have its niche. And then picking up orbs of power grants devour. This one is gonna be super OP. Like super fudging OP. Literally just picking up orbs grants you devour on a Titan. Like, what? But anyways, Titan rundown. It's pretty easy. Throw your shield, throw your nade, shield, super good. I played through in Controverse, and it was blast chunking grenades everywhere. Yeah, new fragments are gonna make the new and old raids so much fun. Oh yeah, they're gonna like mix up the fighting styles of like the games. It's gonna be so good. Also, sorry, I talk too much.